Okay, this video will be a bit more personal and private, but still, I must say some things to cover my backside. This video content is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing shown here is financial advice or inducement to make an investment. Invest at your own risk after doing your own research. All views expressed here are my own and do not represent the opinions of any affiliates I'm working with. Visit StashAway.my for more information. And now, let's go on to the main video. Hello everyone! In some of my recent videos, I've spoken about StashAway. In this video, I'm going to share something personal, my actual StashAway portfolio. I like to be as transparent as possible, especially when I'm advocating a product or encouraging people to do something which I myself feel will be beneficial. Just like when I got vaccinated, I actually documented my journey to convince people to get vaccinated. Similarly, today, I will reveal my actual StashAway portfolio for everyone to see. That's right, you get to see me totally exposed, but not in that way, okay? That video more expensive. This video, I will touch on my background, my financial habits, how I got into StashAway, why I got into StashAway, and how is my portfolio doing to date. To understand my financial habits, you have to understand my background. I don't come from a wealthy family. I grew up in a small single-story terrace house in Kelana Jaya. And luxury for my family, which I suspect is the same for lower to middle income families, was at the time dinner at McDonald's. That's right. My parents were typical of their generation. We practiced the Asian home alarm system where when we leave the house, we would leave the television on so that robbers would think there was someone inside. True story, we were actually robbed. I suspect it's because they knew we could afford a television. And they took our television. So as an adult, I don't spend a lot on luxury items. My biggest fear is really having no money. In fact, I don't have any luxury items. To me, having money saved is a peace of mind. It's mental wellness, which is a big luxury in and of itself, if you think about it. The most expensive thing I have is this jacket, which is custom made because I also wear it when I perform. And I have to look sexy to distract the audience when the jokes don't make them laugh. Most of you know also that I drove a 1.5 litre manual Proton Mira for almost 8 years. So I save a lot of money. And from the very first time I got paid as a doctor, my first paycheck, that paycheck itself, I already saved more than 50% of my monthly salary. So in a nutshell, I don't spend a lot, I save a lot. Some people say I'm kiam siap, but I think I'm quite generous. I often take my friends out for dinner at McDonald's. So how I got into StashAway? The year was 2019. More specifically, December 2019. Or more specifically, December of the year 1 BC, the year before COVID. 2019 was my best earning year. I did 2 major tours, and with the extra money I had, I thought, time to invest. I had a friend who worked as a banker in Singapore who introduced me to StashAway. Since I trusted my friend and his financial instincts, I began to look into StashAway, and my trust grew more once I realized they were approved by the MAS in Singapore and our own Securities Commissions in Malaysia. As a layperson, I already knew back then that both regulatory bodies were very stringent. As with all things, I did my own research, watched a few of their webinars, and then it just felt right. It's like dating, but without the anxiety or societal pressure. So why StashAway? At the time I got into StashAway, I already had other investments. I had money in a more conventional asset management company. I invested in US stocks, some unit trusts in Malaysia, and some cryptocurrency. So when I had some extra money to invest, I didn't want to put the money in places I knew of before. So when my friend introduced me to StashAway, words like robo-advisory, intelligent wealth platform was being thrown about, and I thought, this is something new for me to deep dive into. Also, in 2019, I became a father. In October that year, my daughter was born, and when you become a parent, your priorities change. Now, of course, for me, I was already a very good saver. But when I did some calculations and realized that each child would cost, if I may use a Hokkien term or phrase here, smelly also 1 million ringgit, I knew, okay, saving won't be enough. Time to make my money work for me even harder. So how is my portfolio doing? This is an overview of my portfolio. I put in a lump sum of 25,000 Singapore dollars at the very beginning, and then for a while, a monthly sum for a few months. By the way, you will notice that my StashAway account is a StashAway Singapore account because my friend who introduced me, at the time he was working in Singapore, and he didn't actually know that there was a Malaysian equivalent. But let me assure you, there is absolutely no meaningful difference between StashAway Malaysia and StashAway Singapore. Also, the promo code DRJason is for StashAway Malaysia clients. So how is my portfolio doing? That's the money question. You can see right here, it stands at roughly 18% at the time of recording this video, which is 29th of July. And to me, that is pretty decent. My risk profile, I set it to 36% because I am greedy. And if memory serves me correctly, there was a point in time where my portfolio stood at 30% net gains. So overall, am I happy with my StashAway portfolio? Well, I would say yes. Also recently, my portfolio was re-optimized and you can see what changes they made. And there's a nice article by Freddie Lim, the co-founder, on the reasons for doing so. It's quite a lengthy article full of details which I will pretend to read soon. So there you have it, the full Monty, Dr. Jason bearing his financial soul to persuade and remind you to use the promo code DRJason when you inject fresh funds into your StashAway account and receive 3 months of management fees waived off. And I'll see you at the next video. Bye!